The final game on Heavy Rain. Starting to the bottom of the map, we have currently in red for Team Mousesports, Vortix. He was able to win the last map, he was able to win on Delos and equalize the score once again, bringing us into this last map. Heavy Rain, this is the one that counts, and oh my god, Vortix with, no, he builds the Overlord. For a second I really thought he would go for the early pool. At the top of the map we have JJakji for My Insanity. Here on Heavy Rain was able to win game number 1 and game number 3, always taking the lead in the series and then losing the next map. So a very nice best of 5 that we are actually seeing here, both of them going blow for blow, one after another. Right now, of course, what we all want to see is an epic conclusion to the finals here. The winner takes $2,500 and the second place still gets $1,200. So quite a lot of money on the line. And JJakji, he wants it all. The same is true for Vortix. This time, no proxy. Nothing too sneaky. Just trying to make the normal game style work. And in the bottom right of the map, we do see the hatch first play. This time, not going for the spawning pool. And JJakji, he himself, starts things off with gas and with barracks again. Going to go for the Reaper. So let's see how that's going to work against Vortix. Most likely he's just going to stick it out with one Reaper. I don't think he's really going to commit too much to it because Vortix is pretty solid with his defense here and has shown several times now that he also goes sometimes into a pool first, which is something that JJakji probably doesn't really like too much. So yeah, we have in this game now JJakji with I guess the Reaper starting things off here. But yeah, this is the reason why I think he doesn't get more than one Reaper, because he realizes that there's a pretty high chance that Vortix is going to defend quite well against this, and he's most likely just going to save the resources, get a faster expansion out of this, and a fast attack in a factory. The bottom right of the map, we have this hatch started, and this time no SCV scout, by the way. Quite often we saw JJakji leading the scout with just an SCV and then going in with a Reaper after that. But for now, let's have a quick look into the main base. Reaper number 1. Oh, he goes for a second Reaper. He goes for 2 Reapers after all. Might even go for 3 with this, but I don't think he's going to get too much damage done. The timings for Vortix were in the entire series pretty nice in this defense with Lings and Queens. Something that, yeah, can't really make too much fun of. It's definitely something to write home about. Dear Mom, today I killed 5 Reapers. And Mom is really proud, and then you get a cake, and then everything's fine. This time he doesn't really get the Reaper immediately. But think about what happened on one of the last maps when he was really had all the Zerglings in position and the Queen to take down the Reaper before the Reaper even knew what was happening. Jumping up a cliff and suddenly you're surrounded by Zerglings that just eat your flesh, and then there comes a Queen, try to run away, and the Queen just impales you with one of her spikes. That's not a pleasant feeling, I would expect, but yeah. Anything. We have the expansion now being built for JJakji directly on the low ground, not bothering with building it safely on the high ground. Gas being taken by Vortix, also of course an additional Queen being built. The double Reaper now trying to do that damage. Nice micro by JJakji, making sure that he doesn't lose that first Reaper. Queen going off the going off creep. Always a really bad idea. In a very rare case that it works out, but this time the Queen is just getting a few additional hits of the Reaper, and therefore loses more and more hit points, which can in the end be quite annoying if there is Banshee follow-up or Hellions trying to sneak in and roast one of them. To the top left we have the fast third base. Very fast third now for JJakji for the triple mule. And what exactly is Vortix gonna do? Very aggressive style just in general. Not only JJakji the one who really tries to put the pressure in. He started with double barracks, went into proxy Reaper, but this time he's playing it a little bit, yeah, just a little bit more close to hand, getting that third base out and now going into the starport. But for Vortix the same can be said. He went for one Baneliness in one of the games, and the other one he executed a Roach Rush. It's not like any one of these players has really started with a super long macro game and said like, alright, we're just gonna try to play the perfect game here. JJakji in one of the matches doing a great job with his push and especially the timing that he used for that. But this might be the map where we see a very long game between the two of them. Queens are once again in the early game, like the star of the show. They really keep those Reapers at bay, but those Reapers actually with a lot of damage done already, nearly killing a Queen here. Getting into the main base now, but one of them going down, targeted by Vortix's Queens, and that was just a little bit too much. Viking being built to hunt down Overlords once again, and he gets one, I guess, to the top left. if you look at the units killed so far, it's 4 Zerglings against 1 Reaper. Both of them just doing a really good job with their unit control and making sure that they don't losing too much. So, yeah, you can't really argue about that. We have Vortix with attack into lair, and also with the Roach Baron once again. The speed for the Zerglings is on the way. And the Hellions are just waiting for their chance. They are waiting for their chance to go in and roast that entire middle line, but with a Spine Crawler and a Queen block at the ramp, there's just no way this is going to happen. 2 base Mutalisks, that's it. That is what JJakji has to face, what Vortix is up to right now. Once more, we have in the main base the good old Reapers trying to scout what's happening. Problem is that that Spire is down at the bottom, and no, it's not. It's actually over here. I think he saw it then, right? Yeah. Sees the Spire. Okay, he saw the Spire. Thought it was down here, which it isn't. So he knows exactly what's coming. And what's coming too are 24 Zerglings and the speed upgrade. So he's timing this actually so that he has the Zerglings out there when speed is done. He's going to try to surround this, just run out with this sneak attack and hope that his opponent is not really watching the minimap at that point in time. Maybe busy in the main base or something like this. 1 Viking is still there. It's 1 kill so far. Queens are out a little bit. Killing another Cube Tumor. Here come those Zerglings. Speed is going to kick in a second. There it is. And now he's just going for it. Trying to run in, and he gets them. He gets them, no problem whatsoever. JJakji not paying attention to the minimap for a second. All of the Hellions are gone. All of the Reapers are gone. Lost 4 Hellions, 3 Reapers against 4 Zerglings. Was able to snipe a Queen in the end. But now the 3rd base for Vortix started. The Mutalisk already on the way. And this is of course something where JJakji is going to be a little bit annoyed. Was probably just building something in his main base, calling down the mules or whatever. And then he gets surrounded. Here's a notification a little bit too late. And bam! Surround and down. That was a Warcraft 3 surround. Well, maybe not quite. Too many units too fast. Baneling Nest for the Lingmuta Baneling composition. Coming in. And also spreading the creep even further. He wants to have like a really nice creep coverage here around that 3rd base, so that he sees immediately when units come on from the left, maybe from the middle of the map as well. That's going to be one of the most important things for him. And the Mutalisks are now starting to skirt the edges of the base. When Mutalisks do that, what they kind of want to achieve is always just have a little bit of a look. Just trying to find out, okay, is there an opening? Is there somewhere where I can go in? Somewhere where the missile turrets don't cover it, where you don't have any Marines, can go into a mineral line, for example. In this particular scenario, it doesn't really work out, but he sees the base. Oh, wow. Nice hits on the Widow Mines there. 2 kills in total. And that's, of course, annoying. Super annoying for Vortix. Vortix does not have speed for the Overlord. Should probably get that, and then there he is. And send an Overseer with his Mutalisk in the same control group that he sees those Widow Mines wherever they are. That would definitely help him with this situation. JJakji, on the other hand, with the bunker now, starting to wall off a little bit in the fashion that the Zerglings can really get into the mineral line in the first place, and even if they do, it's more of a death trap, since we have just that 1 bunker shooting at them. Also, the armory is being built again, and that's not only for upgrades. We have double engineering bay already, +1/+1 is completed, therefore it's actually a bit of a late armory, because you cannot start those upgrades immediately. But what we are also going to see is a Thor. The Thors really worked well for JJakji in the game that he won earlier. I think it was Yonsu was the map. So he would probably want to go for the same thing again now that he realizes that Vortix is really emphasizing the Mutalisks, at least at this stage of the game. It's 11 Mutalisks already. The 4th base also coming up for Vortix. This is one of his strengths. He's really showing just this multitasking, this map awareness, and this situation where he does that. Nice, kills 2 of those Widow Mines that are leading the charge here. Something that they should not do, and well, Marines are moving in, but Banelings are already there. Banelings are going in, 1 hit with the Widow Mines, 2 hits with the Widow Mines. A lot of the Banelings already gone. He only has 2 left. He's building more, but Vortix is already down in overall supply, and that is apparently mostly in army supply. 72 against 71 worker supply, and the rest, the difference, all in army supply. And of course, at this point, also very good upgrades. +2 is already on the way. +2 armor also coming in. But right now they are still on 1-1, both of them. Marines getting taken out here by the Banelings. But we still have a couple of them, and we have the medivacs to go with them. Marines taken out right now. The reinforcements are going in. That's a lot of medivacs, by the way, for this early stage in the game. 1 Queen going down. The thing is that with the Mutalisks, he can't really get close enough to the medivacs to snipe them, because the Marines are immediately going to try and focus the Mutalisks down to make that really a worthy trade. Speed upgrade now for the drilling claws is on the way, and also another armor upgrade here for JJakji, the Terran player, really trying to get a bit more damage sustainability for the Widow Mines. One more immediately sniped, and he can just still go in and steal the rest. One down, two down. Very, very annoying here for Vortix, but at least he got one shot off with the Widow Mine. That doesn't really kill too much, but at least it damages the Mutalisks. 2-2 also started for Vortix. In the last games, he really went straight into his infestation pit to access tier 3 and also get infestors. And something that he doesn't do just yet. He's still playing on this map with his army force, trying to just maybe go for another drop. He could send us in a single drop ship and try to do damage in the main base, while the rest of the army goes down on that fourth. But, well, we have another command center also coming up. And this is by now command center number 4. Fourth command center, both of them. Actually, we have the Zerg player already on 4 bases. JJakji is the one who's currently going for the 4th and who's sitting on 3 bases. Upgrades are about to be +2, +2. +2, +2 for Vortix is done. It's not done, it's already halfway done. Hitting a nice timing for the attack upgrade. Attacking immediately with the attack upgrade there. Is about to fit in just a second. So that will help him. That gives him at least a slight advantage over his opponent. And there it is, trying to kill that 4th base. The Mutalisks are going into the main at the top right. Banelings taking on the Marines here. And it's time for the Mutalisks. Oh god, there are not enough Marines, are there? He's losing a few Mutalisks, but still, he's taking out a bit too much. All of those Widow Mines are in cooldown. And looking at Harvesters lost, we're having 14 against 5. 14 Harvesters lost against 5. And it looks pretty decent now for Vortix suddenly. But oh, the Marines! He kills the command center, sacrifices 2 of his Mutalisks for that. But the CC is down. That means we have 3 mining bases for JJakji in just a second. His harvester count is at 53 against 73. And even that drop at the bottom right is not going to do too much to really prevent this. The Marines are all going to die, and also the Medivac is going to kick it since the Mutalisks are already on their way. At least he should not be able to escape. Might get super lucky here. We're going to find out. 3-3 has been started, and this game is very different from the others. We do not see the infestation yet. So the Zerg player is starting to just lag behind a little bit in terms of upgrades. Killing that 3rd base, the natural, was absolutely amazing on the other hand. So these things start to kind of balance each other out at some point. Looking at the rest of the army that we have for JJakji, he is very, very eager to go in and do some damage. He knows that this is a really good opportunity for him. He's a 2-2, as is his opponent. But trying to push in right now, it might be a little bit too early, but he also has the firepower just to do it. Thing is that we have run-by attempts over and over again by JJakji and Vortix, both of them actually trying to make that happen somehow, but it's more so the Zerg player that uses the mobility of his Mutalisks to really go in there. For Vortix, we saw a lot of Mutalisks roaming the map trying to shut down the drop play, but JJakji really utilizes the afterburners and the mobility of his army, but the Mutalisks are just so versatile, always going in, killing that natural of all things. And then moving towards that 3rd. But now it's time to defend, I guess, because, well, we have a lot of Banelings, but at the same time, with decent splits, you should be able to take those out, or at least a few of them. Well done so far. Takes on most of the Banelings. Needs to kind of target here a little bit. The Zerglings are kind of gone. I mean, the Marines are also ancient history, but now the Mutalisks are chasing down the Medivacs, and they will get at least another one. Probably 4 in total. Yep, there we go. Arrives at the top left, and is actually fighting those Marines. He's fighting the Marines in the gap here, takes down all of them and chases the rest away with the Banelings. Gets a few shots in the process, and now it's time for all of the SCVs to die here, hovering for a second between 2 missile turrets, between 3. Not quite sure if that's the smartest idea. He's losing a lot of Mutalisks here. Wow. I mean, Vortix is having a great lead in overall supply, and if you look at resources lost, they are both at exactly the same number. Well, not exactly, but 17,400 is pretty much identical. The one thing that we have, though, for Vortix is, of course, the superior income. But JJakji is down 65 Harvesters. He will have the 3-3 on the other hand. And Vortix lost a lot of Mutalisks in this last fight. He killed 28 Harvesters over the course of the game, but he lost 18 Mutalisks in total already. And that really shows. That's really a big problem. And with the 3-3 completed, and him still having enough Marines, 46 at this point, that's a lot of firepower. Interestingly enough, he nearly has, well, he only has 3 Medivacs. We have 3 more coming in. And there we go. Once again, trying to move in. Here comes Vortix. He wants to end it. He wants to end the game. Here's the Thor taking a little bit of Baneling damage and also trying to take down as many Zerglings as he can. JJakji at 68 overall supply. He's really struggling to get his army back into the game, but he has the upgrades, and that so often has decided the game in the favor of a Terran player. But it looks like he doesn't really have enough. The Banelings are already rolling in. Oh, there we go. Another shot with a Thor kills even more of the Mutalisks. Resources lost 25,000 against 21,000. But yeah, resources lost. Let's have a look at the units lost. 209 Zerglings, 32 Mutalisks. On the other hand, 13 Marines and 191. Well, 13 Medivacs and 191 Marines. Pretty crazy there. So army supply and overall supply. Army supply is suddenly looking very much the same. It's the worker supply that is really the difference, with all the harvesters that he killed. But mules are a pretty good unit, and we have nearly no mineral patches over here. The main base is nearly outmined, so it's not like he needs more harvesters than what he has right now, especially with the mules. What he needs is another base. The question is, does he get another base? He's dropping below 100 supply already, and the army of Vortix is coming in from every single angle. But there's no tier 3 tech, therefore we cannot see Brood Lords, we cannot see anything else. It's just only about what the composition is able to allow him to do right now. And the hatch being built as the 5th base now. At the bottom right, we have 4 upgrades. Still the +2 attack upgrade for the Mule is started. There's still no infestation bit. He doesn't want to invest in it. He doesn't really have that bank. It's not like the Zerg player has a massive banker that he can use. In terms of income, he's ahead of the Terran, especially when it comes to the gas. But still, he's trying to kill whatever he can. What comes on creep is also getting the infestation pit. Better late than never, I guess. That would allow him to go into Hive and then access +3/+3 and also go for additional attack. But it's now the Zerglings that are running in. A 60 supply lead. The army supply right now, 90 against 95. Lings have to be careful. A nice position actually for the Thor. I really like this pocket that he built here. That's really smart. Doesn't allow the Zerg player to get too aggressive. JJakji is not out of this just yet. He's down a lot in supply, but he has an upgrade lead. And if he gets a few good Widowmine hits off, maybe a really good split, then he can come back in the game. One of the main reasons, of course, is also that he's very low in harvesters, and therefore the army supply is very similar. But it's Baneling time, and the Banelings roll in and trying to take the Marines on. They're killing a lot here, but Vortix only has a 30 supply lead at this point, and this means he's behind in army supply. 73 against 54. He's trying to change that, getting more Banelings and also more Zerglings back into the picture. We have at this point another attack at that base to the right side of the map. He's gonna take them down here. And this is starting to be a little bit insane. JJakji takes down a base of Vortix, and can he really come back into this? There was a 60 supply lead earlier, but as I said, it was mainly harvest supply. And if you only have one mining base, then that's a completely different scenario. But he needs to really take those orbitals over to another mineral line. Because we still have mining going on here at the 3rd base of Vortix, and we still have this base over here. I don't even know that if he knows about this base. No, he doesn't. He does not know about the base down there, and that is a big problem. If he works under the assumption that Vortix is right now on only 3 bases and mining from only one of those, he might underestimate the position of the Zerg player in the long run. Right now, JJakji's position is great. He can take the fight. He still has the upgrade advantage, but what he needs to do is make sure that Vortix doesn't get the income that allows him to stay in this game and rebuild his army over and over again. Over here to the right side, we have the orbital command. He needs to start mining there, but once more, JJakji moving in. The Banelings are there. Where are the splits? Does he get them? Thor gets a couple of hits against the Banelings off. Another Queen about to die. He's trying to burst down that hatch, but no, the Banelings running in. He splits again, losing a lot of Marines in the process. JJakji, does he have the Marines that he needs? It looks like he's able to make it. It looks like he's able to win it here. 53 army supply for Vortix, 44 for JJakji. He's going in, he takes down the base, he takes down the harvesters. Vortix rebuilds 24 Zerglings. Another mining base now for JJakji at the top, taking down the Overlord that was spreading the creep and putting down the orbital command. He's mining once again, calling down the mules. He has the income here, moving into position. Really good position against the Zerglings, but the Mutalisks are also moving in. Another good hit with the Widowmines, and all of those medivacs are, of course, saving those Marines, but the Marines are so low in hit points. The drones moving in as well. The Zerglings, he loses them. he loses everything. JJakji down to 50 supply, 75 for Vortix. Army supply 28 against 36, but with that income boost that we suddenly have there, he's able to start his production again. Looking at the income, we can really see that JJakji is suddenly the one who has a massive amount of this. He's at 1,200 on par with his opponent, but Vortix is the only one that is getting gas. Doesn't really matter too much for JJakji. The more mules he calls down right now, the better his mineral income is, and he has the marine production going strong once again. This game is getting nuts. 28,000 resources lost against 41,000 for Vortix. I think JJakji is German. I think he's German. That is a very efficient play that he has there. One base down basically the entire game, and he's making it work. Nice Widowmine hits here against the Zerglings, getting a couple of kills off, and then of course the Marines doing the rest. 7 kills on one of them. More and more Mutalisks being built. The unit count up there. 23 Marines, the Medivacs, and of course the Widowmines against Banelings, against a few Mutalisks, and also all those Zerglings. It's really the mining at the right side. Suddenly with that second base, Vortix is able to take a lead in the mining overall, depending on the mule numbers, of course. More and more Medivacs, and that's exactly what he needs. Mobility. Mobility is the key word here. Picking up those Marines, bringing them to safety, healing the stim that he dishes out. And currently JJakji is the one who's really trying to play this a little bit more passive. He wants his opponent to attack him, but his numbers are actually better. He has more army supply. The harvester numbers, as I said, with the mules doesn't matter too much, but still the problem is he did not know about this base. He finally sees it. He sees the base and he's like, oh my god, he has another one. And right now, does he know about the one to the right side? Yes, he knows about both of them. He knows he has to do something. He cannot wait endlessly. He's getting a Thor again, and he needs it. He needs it against the Mutalists. He needs something. Those Widowmine fields are, of course, great, but still, if he doesn't get the shots off, if Vortix goes in with Zerglings, and those Widowmines with decent Zergling spread only take down 1 or 2 units, then it doesn't help him. If they get the shots off against the Mutalists, on the other hand, it's a completely different story. A couple of shots from the Widowmines against the Mutalists, and then maybe a shot with one of those Thors, and the Mutalists are gone, and that would be a big victory. Here we go, Banelings moving in, Widowmines with the hits, really good hits. Baneling number down to 20 now, down to 18. He's micring once again, he's micring back, and here we go, he's lifting, the Mutalists in pursuit. The Marines are going in, starting to take down units, reinforcements coming in, Mutalist after Mutalist goes down, but here come the Banelings, he's on the run once again. Vortix with the lead in supply, he's trying to make that work. The reinforcement for JJakji, there, the Thor immediately starting to attack the air units, starting to take down a few of the Mutalists. Nice targeting here, but the Banelings roll in, take it down. Vortix at 100 supply, 70 army supply against 30, and 2 bases mining. No, actually not, because there's a drop taking down one of them. Nice multitasking by JJakji. That was super important, but the problem is that Zerglings are currently ravaging that main base, that main mining base that he has. This is like the last expansion that JJakji has. This is the last lifeline that he has. He needs to do some damage here. He needs to get more mining done, and he needs to do it fast. 18 Marines, that's all that he has, and Vortix, he is trying to go for the final blow. Vortix is smelling blood in the water right now. He wants the victory. He wants the $2,500. He wants to get first place at the Vasakast Invitational, and he goes for it. The last stand of JJakji. This is not Sparta. This is not 300. This is Vortix claiming victory. He takes the title, takes the best of 5. Congratulations to Vortix overcoming JJakji with a 3-2.